Hi guys, my name is Idafi Matthew Esogene and you're welcome to the EM show. Today we have a fantastic guy. Not too many times do we have people who are interested in knowing about the Nigerian story, who come from the abroad and decide, you know what, I want to get the story from myself. Like we always say in the media, you have to get it from the horse's mouth. And exactly that is his mission in Nigeria. So in the next 1 year, his plan is to go everywhere around Nigeria and find out what the story really is compared to what he has heard on news, what he's heard from people living in the abroad, as we call it here. I have with me a wonderful guy, a young man who have a dream to tell the Nigerian story. Kelvin Obaze, you're welcome to the M Show.
Nice to be here. Pleasure's all mine, sir.
So how are you, Kevin?
I'm great. I'm doing good.
Okay, so from the name Kelvin Obaze, it means you're Nigerian, right?
Nigerian. I was born in Ibadan, so do you know what I mean? Not really too fast.
Okay, so let me get it. Obaze is an Edo name.
Yes, it is. My mom's Edo and my dad's from Igbo.
Whoa, you're true Nigerian.
Yes, I'm true.
So when did you leave Nigeria for the UK?
I left here when I was 10 to go abroad, to play football, and obviously UK is completely different. How I'll put it from here. The diversity is there, but it's completely different. So it wasn't easy at all in the UK, but yeah, we just decided to
Okay,
leave.
a lot of people here believe that once you jump on that ship or jump on a plane and go abroad,
Yeah.
everything is easy. There's money on the street.
Yeah, nah, far from, like everywhere it is, it's not easy to make it anywhere. So wherever you go, you're always gonna have your problems. But like I said, once again, we thank God for obviously being there. It wasn't easy, but doing the professional football kind of helped me to stay away from the naughty side of the abroad, the UK, and things like that. So
Okay, there's this thing that people always talk about, the knife gang. Is it a myth or it's a reality?
nah, it's not a myth. It's very real, very very real. And this year is quite pepper, like that's how you put it, very very hot. So it's not a myth. It's not a good place to kind of London especially. It's not a good place to kind of like be part of that group or that knife gang, as you would put it.
Okay, and there's something I read, one research that I read, majority of the members of the knife gang are children from broken home, children whose parents are divorced, single
Do you know
mothers.
what it is? I think it's kind of different now because like you would say broken homes, but there's a lot of people that come from good homes that are actually trying to be bad, which is actually quite shocking and quite not what you would expect. They come from a good home, they got two parents, they got siblings, but they don't want to follow that path of being good because they don't see being good as kind of cool nowadays. They want to be part of the bad guys, they want to be part of the guys that are, do you know what I mean, doing the naughty stuff on the road. And yeah, man, it's not all that whole, what would you call it, that whole perception of, oh, he's from a broken home, he's got a single parent, now he's part of the knife gang, now he's part of the roads. It's not always like that. Do you understand what I'm saying? There's always good guys that will try and leave the good path just to look cool and yeah, do bad things.
Okay, you're a young man.
Yes, sir.
Now that leads me to this thought that I've always had. I have a 7-year-old son, a 5-year-old daughter, a 3-month-old son, and I'm always thinking, do young people think that you have to do bad to look cool?
I'll be very honest with you. Do you know what I mean? At a point of time, I thought you had to do bad to be cool as well. Do you know what I'm saying? Because especially as a young man, as you said, everyone loves a bit of girls. If the girls don't go for the good guys at all, they don't like the good guys, they don't want to chill with the good guys, they don't want to party with the good guys. It's always the bad guys that's always intriguing them. So you look at that and you say, hold on, this guy's a cool guy, but what makes him cool? Because he does bad. So you look at it and you think, okay, I need to follow what he's doing, so I will get all the babes and I'll get all the money and I'll get all the fame. Do you understand what I'm saying? So yeah, that's just how it leads to people think they have to actually do bad to be cool.
So what you're saying here is there's actually a gap in orientation because nobody tells you, oh, you can be a cool guy and still have all the
yeah,
babes and have all the money. Nobody
nah,
tells you
nah,
that.
you don't. It
So
don't work like
what you
that.
see is what attracts you because you see the bad guy.
Yeah.
I mean, he's practically ruling the hood.
Oh,
He's the big owner of the hood. This guy who controls everything. So you just want to be
You
like
just
him.
want to be like him as well. Do you
Okay,
know?
so let's bring your Nigerian story. What's the picture? What do they? I mean, what do they talk about Nigerians as a young child? Because now we're dealing with issues of Tammy Abraham, Tomori. All these young Nigerians don't want to play for Nigerian national team, and there's always this argument that the story about Nigeria is not good. So why should you go and play for a country that is not good? What have you heard all your time in the UK? I mean,
I left when I was 10, so I've been there for what, 10 years exactly on the dot. So they say, oh boy, before you come here, be careful. You get kidnapped. Watch what you drink. Watch who you go out with. Don't go out in the night. Do you know what I mean? Kind of putting me off where I'm actually from. Do you understand? So it was my dad that actually sat me down. I was sitting down now and said, look, you can't run away from your country. Like, there's going to be a point where you're going to have to go back to your country. So I've sat down and I thought about it. All what people are saying, half the people that are talking, even 70% of the people that are talking have never been to Nigeria. So I've decided just to come here and see things for myself, and everything they're saying is definitely not what I believe. I've seen completely different things. I believe Nigeria is a holiday hotspot. If anybody wants to go on holiday, I've already recommended people from my Snapchat to my Instagram to my Twitter and told people, look, this is the spot if they want to come to. Everything they've been saying is not correlating to what I've heard.
you were in the UK for 10 years,
Yes,
and now
sir.
you've been in Nigeria for the last 1 month, and
Yeah.
you've gone out, you've gone to churches, you've gone to the
Do you know what
mall.
the secret is as well? I was meant to only be here for 2 weeks. So
Okay.
me being here for a month should show you that
You're falling in love with the
I'm
country.
I'm already here. Do you know
And
what I'm
you're
saying?
even planning to stay longer.
So that alone should tell you how good this country is already from what I've heard.
Okay, you had some stints with Postmo.
Yeah.
Yeah, and what was the story?
Attitude, behavior, just kind of trying to be that whole bad guy type of thing. It led to me not obviously getting a professional contract and things like that. So yeah, it kind of upset me, but I'm a strong believer in God. I believe that if one path closes, that God will direct your path and open up. And I see me sitting here with you as a blessing and you know what I mean, God has already directed my path into you already. So I believe this is a good opportunity already.
And you said something before when we first met that you want to be a journalist.
Yeah.
And your kind of journalism is one to give the right orientation to young people, your generations, and at the same time you want to go around Nigeria and tell the world the real story of Nigeria. As a matter of fact, that's also what pushed me into journalism about 15 years ago. Like, they're not telling the story right. I mean, something is missing here. I want to become the missing link. What inspired that decision?
It was just the fact that people were putting me off from coming home, and when I saw it, I started taking pictures a lot on my Snapchat. Do you know what I mean? Putting things on. So I was like, this isn't what they told me it was gonna be. This isn't how they said it was gonna. They said that the streets had no lights. That when I went out, I had to go out with at least 5 people to feel protected. And I feel like I need to let other people know, like, not just the UK, there's other people abroad, as you would say, do you know what I mean, that need to know that Nigeria is a place to come to, is a great place with different facilities, different people, the diverse is crazy here, do you know what I mean, different cultures. And that's what I believe that I'm here to do, the journalism in Nigeria.
What are some of the things that you've learned? Have you picked up street language like Pidgin English?
Food? I did talk small, so you know. So yeah, like when I went out the other day, you know what I mean. You have when people say "oh guy" or "boy," you know what I mean. That's the little slangs as the UK will say "yo," you cool, like things like that. So I picked up quite a lot, man. You can't be and you're not gonna pick up anything.
How about the food?
Oh, the food. I've put on. I didn't look like this when I came. Let me just tell you that I was a bit more on the skinny side, but now I put on a bit of weight, and not just any type of weight. I mean, good weight as well. The food is great, man. Happy.
Yeah, we have quality food in Nigeria. That's one thing you can't deny. I was like, we have quality food. Our food is top notch. And did you ever face this racism thing when you were in the UK? Like, because you're black skin, did you ever face that? Like go back to Africa,
yeah,
you're a
yeah.
monkey, banana, monkey chant, and all that stuff.
Yeah, to be honest, quite a lot to be fair. You'd think that people would look past that after how many years this whole thing's been going on for. It's still alive. Racism is still alive, not just in football, but in just everyday society. You'll be walking and people look at you disgustingly. Not they don't just have to say it. Do you
Yeah.
understand what I'm saying? They won't have to say it anymore. Just looking down on you like as if we're not human. We don't share the same blood. We weren't made from dust as well. People. I was driving with my mum the other day and just a little, oh, you're not stopping for someone. Oh, go back to your country. You're not meant to be here. Go back. You're not doing things right. They say silly. I don't want to say the names they obviously say. Do you know what I mean? Keep things. You know what I mean? PG'd here. So yeah, it's the racism there is absolutely it's still there, man, and it's sad that it's still there as well.
So now you're in Nigeria. Do you feel at home in Nigeria
I
more
do.
like you did in the
I
UK?
definitely do feel at home, man. I feel the people here, they welcome you, not just because you're black, not just because, you know what I mean? Because there's obviously still everywhere you go, you have problems. No matter what country it is, there's always a side of a country that's, you know what I mean, the naughty side, like I
Yeah.
like to call it. But everyone welcomes you here. When you want to get food, they give you a bit extra. You know what I mean? The kindness, it goes a long way. Little things like just giving you something. Maybe you haven't got enough money for it. Say, oh, you know what, boy, don't worry about it. Okay, next time you come, you go look after me. You know what I mean? Little things like that. It makes me feel warm inside and know that, okay, do you know what? I could get used to this. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel good. This is home. So yeah.
But let me also warn you, the journey you're about to take, I've been through that road, so it's going to be hard. It's not going to be, yes, you're going to have people give you a lift. It's who we are. We are very, very accommodating. We're very embracing. But there's going to be challenges. Are you ready for the challenge?
Definitely ready. Life is a challenge in its own. I believe anything you do in life is not going to be easy. From you having a 9 to 5 to playing football to doing anything you're doing, everything's a challenge in life, I believe. And I think for you to differentiate from others, you need to tackle the challenge head on and not back away from it and not be fearing away from things like that. So yeah.
Is that something you're taking from football? Like, okay, I made this mistake in football. In this my journey, I'm going to correct it. What are those things? What are those lessons you're bringing from football?
Attitude, number one, and teamwork, number two. I believe your attitude sets you apart from everyone, and that's what I failed to bring into football. Training, coming late, for example. Do you know what I mean? Training, like you said, football, it teaches you discipline. It makes you different from others. Do you understand what I'm saying? So there's no difference. If you come late, you get disciplined right in front of everyone. There's no star man. Even if you're top scorer, you get drawn out and you get put on the bench. For how long manager decides or the coach decides, the attitude you bring towards this and to bring towards football has to be completely different. I need to know coming late, can't run, doing things the right way, always waking up and having that attitude to go and work. And no matter what happened the day before, no matter what happened the night before, whether you went out the night before, whether your girlfriend just broke up with you the night before, you don't bring that attitude and bring it to the media. That's one thing I've obviously known. And teamwork as well is a great thing. You need to learn to work as a part of the team, because I always thought the team would evolve around me being a striker. Obviously, I used to score quite a few goals, not to obviously boast my horn, but yeah, I always used to think, you know what, if I don't win, if I don't play, they won't win. So it's okay, I don't mind, I can miss it, I can miss training and things like that. But yeah, I got humbled. Do you know what I mean? I got humbled, and that's just to know that I need to differentiate from that.
All right, thank you for coming in on the show, and we hope that in a couple of years' time we'll be telling the story of how you have become a successful brand in the media industry, and you would also help to tell the beautiful story of Nigeria and put Nigeria in the right color in the eyes of the people in the abroad.
By God's grace, definitely. Pleasure's all mine, sir.
All
Thank
right.
you very much.
Thank you very
Thank
much.
you very much.
You're welcome. That's a wrap, guys. We're done.